Hi, and a pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, home of the North Dakota Region 2 Boys Basketball Tournament. Quarterfinal action on yourliveevent.com. My name is Kevin Kochman, and I'm glad to be with you here today with cameraman and engineers Brady Siebels and Keith Meyer, and executive producer Mark Forseth. Today, the second of 4 games in the quarterfinals. The number 5 seed Cavalier Tornadoes coming in with a record of 14-8. Matchup with a 4 seed North Border Eagles, 16-5. North Border winners twice against Cavalier this season, January 6th and February 7th. Both games 3-point victories for the Eagles of North Border. The Cavalier Tornadoes come into the tournament, though, on a 6-game win streak. Will the neutral site be a difference factor today? We'll find out on yourliveevent.com. We're broadcasting here today on yourliveevent.com, the Irie Insurance pregame show. For your insurance needs, visit them online, irieins.com. We'll have pregame coaches' comments and get you set for the matchup coming next on yourliveevent.com.
With pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training, it's time to think spring planning with Hillsboro Lumber. Your plans are never too big, never too small for Hillsboro Lumber to assist you from additions or remodeling, new homes, pole barns, farm sheds, garage, decks, new flooring, doors, kitchen cabinets. Call 701-636-4301 or stop into Hillsboro Lumber. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Free estimates, free drafting services, and free delivery from Hillsboro Lumber.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Patient-centered care is really putting the needs of the patient and every aspect of the patient's life at the center of their care. The technology from Polar allows us to do our job in the pharmacy more efficiently, which also allows us to better serve our patients here at First Care Health Center.
We are working 24/7, 365 days a year, and Polar Communications is there for us.
When it comes to insurance, you should be confident that you're choosing the best option. I'm Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro. Let's find and discuss the best insurance policy for your home, auto, farm, life, or business. Stop in to see Ryan Updahl or I at our Hillsboro office, or give us a call at 701-436-5777, or toll free at 1-800-498-5777. This is Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, and we look forward to doing business with you.
Welcome back to the Betty. It is North Dakota Region 2 Boys Basketball quarterfinal round action on yourliveevent.com, part of the Irie Insurance pregame show. Let's get into some of our pregame coaches' comments here this afternoon and evening. Game 2 of the quarterfinals. Let's hear from head coach of the North Border Eagles, 16-5, the 4 seed in the tournament, Dan Moore.
Talking here with Dan Moore for the North Border Eagles. And coach, as we head into a Region 2 tournament play time, it's that time of year, every game counts.
Yeah, it's win or go home now, basically. So we're excited for it.
Yeah, talk a little bit here on a couple of nights ago on Tuesday night, able to get the victory against Finley Sharon Hope Page.
Yeah, we hosted Finley up in Walhalla, and we got out to a real nice early lead, and then we kind of started toying around with a couple different things that we wanted to work on, and they actually didn't go great for us. But yeah, overall the boys did pretty well, and we left with a 19-point win, I believe, and looking forward to Monday.
Now, as we move here, Monday night, a rivalry matchup against Cavalier, a team you've played a couple times, both victories with both them very close games throughout.
Yeah, like you said, rivalry game. We co-op with those boys in a few different sports. Our kids are all pretty good friends with them. Coach and I are good friends and all that. But it's always fun to play them, and obviously it's also fun to beat them as well. 2 tight basketball games. We match up very well with each other, and we know it's going to be a battle come Monday.
Let's talk a little bit here about your team as well. Give us maybe a player or two to watch that you're going to have to count on here, provide some big minutes for your team Monday night, and then maybe throughout into Tuesday and Thursday night, hopefully, for you guys.
Well, Matt Greendahl he's a 4-year varsity starter. He's our all-time leading scorer at North Border. He's somebody that we're going to turn to put some points on the board for us, definitely. We always rely on Matt to get us that 16, 18, 20, who knows, every night. But one of the keys for us is going to be keeping Jackson Johnson on the floor. He tends to get in a little bit of foul trouble. He's only a sophomore, but he's about 6'5". He's long. He's really athletic. And he's kind of who we put on Andre Coyer and try to keep him in check. And he's done a nice job this year and last year as a freshman even. I put him on him. And, he's kind of my Andre stopper a little bit. We know Andre's going to get his points, but if we can keep him from getting 30 and hold him to 15 to 20, it's a whole lot better situation for us. So, he's going to be a big key for us, keeping him on the floor.
Dan, we appreciate your time. Good luck on Monday night.
All right. Thanks for having me.
That's the head coach of North Border, Dan Moore, joining us in our pregame coaches' comments, part of the Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of North Border and Cavalier. When we come back on YourLiveEvent.com, we'll bring you the head coach of the Cavalier Tornadoes, that is Brian Raczynski. It's next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Pacific Ag, the nation's leader in wheat straw production and sales, sends best wishes to all the area teams. Learn more at pacificag.com or call Stephanie Borgen at 218-790-4494. Good luck, teams, from everyone with Pacific Ag. Pacific Ag, the nation's leader in wheat straw production and sales, sends best wishes to all the area teams. Learn more at pacificag.com or call Stephanie Borgen at 218-790-4494. Good luck, teams, from everyone with Pacific Ag. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton has been adapting to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. The production of edible beans has helped many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operations more profitable. Along with the increased profitability, these growers are producing a nutritious, high-protein food source that helps feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, with receiving stations in Hatton, Sharon, Larimore, Devils Lake, Wilton, Washburn, Lincoln, and Peasic. Learn more online at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
And we're back here on YourLiveEvent.com and the Irie Insurance pregame show for all your insurance needs. Visit them online at irieins.com. We continue with more of the pregame show and pregame coaches' comments before the North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball quarterfinals here at the Betty in Grand Forks. We have the head coach of the Cavalier Tornadoes, the 5 seed, 14-8, riding a 6-game win streak into the tournament, Brian Raczynski.
Talking here with Cavalier head coach Brian Raczynski for the Region 2 boys basketball tournament, and a little bit up and down here, but really been starting to play your best basketball here in the last few games on a winning streak.
Yeah, I think we've played pretty well defensively. Offensively, we've made a few adjustments, and things have been clicking a little bit better. We've shot a little bit better from the perimeter, as well as the free throw line as of the last few weeks. So, yeah, we're playing good basketball when you want to. Yeah,
with that, just talk a little bit as well on Tuesday night there, how important it was just, to get out there, get into a lead, get a victory there, and advance now into the region tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a huge win for us against Larimore. We treated that, one game at a time. We've had that mentality basically all year long, or I've tried to preach that all year long. We started out a little bit nervous against Larimore. Rightfully so. It's a big game, important game, and then guys were maybe a little bit tentative to start, and then once we got a couple turnovers, a couple steals, big steals, and had some transition buckets going for us, and that kind of opened it up for us, and the boys kind of played freely from there on and had a really nice game from that point forward.
As you move in here to Monday night there, starting it off rivalry game against the North Border Eagles. Talk a little bit about the matchup against them.
Yeah, we match up very well with each other, size-wise, speed-wise, intensity. It's always a big game. Guys come ready to play. We've had some struggles against them this year, whether it be from their zone at times. Really, we've shot poorly, I would say, as a team against them. But they work hard. They crash the glass. They play in your shorts defense, and I give them credit. They've played us tough twice this year.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck on Monday night.
That's Brian Rachinsky, the head coach of the Cavalier Tornadoes, as we continue with the Irie Insurance pregame show. Let's roll into our starting lineups here this evening as we get ready for the second game of the quarterfinals. It was a victory earlier for Hatton Northwood. They picked the victory up over Griggs County Central. Now the second game, who will take on Hatton Northwood tomorrow night in the semifinals, the Cavalier Tornadoes and the North Border Eagles. Pregame show from Irie Insurance, IrieINS.com. Let's learn more with our starting lineups from American Crystal Sugar Company, including career opportunities. Learn online at crystalsugar.com. We can start with the starting lineups here today from American Crystal Sugar Company with the 5 seed Cavalier Tornadoes. The Tornadoes will start at a guard, a 5'10 senior, number 5, Colton Rachinsky. They'll start at a forward spot, a 6'3 junior, number 11, Brody Clucci. They'll start at a guard, a 5'9 junior, number 12, Braynon Klum. They'll start at the center spot, a 6'3 senior, number 16, Colby Thorlickson. And at a power forward spot, a 6'6 senior, number 14, Andre Coyer. The Cavalier Tornadoes head coach is Brian Rachinsky, assisted by Brady Laxdal. They were in the black uniforms with white numerals and letters, orange trim with Cavalier on the jersey tops. Those are your starting lineups here today from American Crystal Sugar. Learn more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities, online at crystalsugar.com. Let's get into the starting lineups next for the number 4 seed, the North Border Eagles, on yourliveevent.com. The starting lineups include a guard, 5'7 freshman number 2, Trenton Cosley. They'll start at a forward spot, a 6'3 sophomore, number 5, Jackson Johnson. At a guard, a 6'1 junior, number 11, Jaden Lee. They'll also start at a forward, 6'2 senior, number 22, Jacob Johnson. And starting at a forward, a 6'1 senior, number 33, Matthew Greendahl. The North Border Eagles head coach Dan Moore, assisted by Lee Beatty. They're in the white uniforms with black letters and gold numerals with Eagles on the jersey tops, black trim and outline. And those are your starting lineups today from American Crystal Sugar Company. You can learn more about career opportunities and about American Crystal Sugar online at crystalsugar.com. Wrapping up the Irie Insurance pregame show for all your insurance needs, visit IrieINS.com. It's game number 2 of the North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball quarterfinals from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks. I'm Kevin Kochman here today, broadcasting on yourliveevent.com, along with cameraman and engineer Brady Siebels and Keith Meyer. Executive producer is Mark Forseth. The partnership of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone Company. The opening tap between the Tornadoes and the North Border Eagles. Cavalier and North Border. Cavalier wins the opening tap and move from right to left as you watch on yourliveevent.com. Tornado basketball. They go left side with it to Clucci. Clucci basketball into Coyer. Coyer inside the paint. Thorlickson now a drive to the basket. Shot no good. And a rebound comes down to Jaden Lee. And here come the Eagles the other way. Up the floor for North Border. Trenton Cosley, point guard. Right wing to Johnson, Jacob Johnson. Now back to Cosley. Good step inside. Shot no good, but no good anyway. A travel turnover is number 1 here in this first quarter of action for the North Border Eagles. Just underway, second quarterfinal game of the North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball tournament. The winner gets top seed Hatton Northwood, who was victorious earlier over Griggs County Central. You heard Brady Siebels with the call here on yourliveevent.com. Driving in for the Tornadoes. Coyer kicks it outside. Rachinsky, son of the coach, from the free throw line. Shot off the front iron. Bouncing into the hands of Matthew Greendahl, his first rebound of the game for North Border. Eagles up the floor, dribbling Cosley. Now a bobble with the basketball. Jacob Johnson rounding the perimeter right side to Jaden Johnson. Johnson back outside. Cosley driving with the right hand, now swings it out. Jacob Johnson from long. The shot short, and the rebound is down to Andre Coyer. Coyer averages 9.9 rebounds per game plus 18 points per game for the Cavalier Tornadoes, who are riding a 6-game win streak into this quarterfinal matchup against rival North Border. Clem with it inside. Now passing, share the ball to Coyer. Up top, this is Rachinsky. Top of the key, Rachinsky with a left hand dribble goes to the right side. Now top of the key, Cavalier basketball. Long shot, Rachinsky for 3. It's off the mark. Ball bounces off the rim, no good. And the rebound is down to Trenton Cosley. No score, 2 minutes into the basketball game. North Border driving in, hop, step, swing it out. Ball to Lee. Lee in trouble. Great defense provided by Brandon Clem. And we'll get a reach-in foul on the Cavalier Tornadoes. Foul on the Tornadoes. It'll be the first on Brandon Clem. His first, team's first. Fresh shot clock as the Eagles will inbound. Tossing it in. Work the ball here to Greendahl. He'll go from the free throw line, and Greendahl drops it in, the first deuce of the game. North Border leads Cavalier. 5:48 remains first quarter, and it's 2-0 North Border. Swing the basketball outside. Long three for Cavalier is no good. Rebound bounces. This is Thorlickson keeping it alive. Driving in all the way to the rack. Ryczinski for two, and we're tied. 2-2, North Border and Cavalier. 5:27 to play here in this first half of basketball, and now a steal. North Border turns it over. Cavalier taking it away. Ryczinski in the corner. Tornadoes driving. Ryczinski picks up the dribble, now passes. Jaden Lee. Work it over to Thorlickson. Inside shot good. Klucci for two. And it's Cavalier 4, North Border 2. Tornadoes have a lead. 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. North Border gets the press and pushes across. Work it to Greendahl. Now a three-point look. Yes! Matthew Greendahl gives North Border a 5-4 lead. 4:40 to play in this first quarter of basketball. Region 2 North Dakota boys basketball quarterfinal round today from the Betty. Here's a drive to the basket. Left side layup is good for Brennan Clem. 6-5 Cavalier regains the lead as we go back and forth. Once the lids were lifted off the baskets, the ball's fallen. Greendahl with the ball now shares it up top to Lee for the North Border Eagles. Cosley, right side in the corner. The Eagles are open. Deciding against it, Cosley will launch a three-pointer. It's no good. And we'll get a foul. Offensive against North Border. Jacob Johnson going to be called with a push inside on the rebound. His first, team's first as well. And midway through this first quarter, Cavaliers 6, North Border 5. Driving across midcourt, Tornado basketball. Coyer has it outside the arc. Andre Coyer spinning. Great defense. North Border takes it away. A scoop pass up front. Cavalier with their first turnover. And then a block shot from behind. Klucci. Rebound comes down to Jackson Johnson. And then we're going to get a foul. Foul is going to be called on the Cavalier Tornadoes. Foul is the first on Andre Coyer. The second team foul here on Cavalier. Inbounds, North Border basketball trailing by 1. 3:35 to play first quarter. Jaden Lee, top of the key. Right hand dribble now for Jackson Johnson. Driving in, bodies everywhere, lost the basketball, up the floor, Tornadoes to the rack. Brennan Clem for two. North Border turning it over on a Cavalier steal, and it's now 8-5 Tornadoes. 3:15 to play first quarter. Here's another jumper, Greendahl, off the mark. Rebound bounces around, and Andre Coyer is able to gather it. 6'6" center. A senior for Cavalier. How about a three-point look? No good for Clem. Chasing it down in the corner with a rebound is Klucci. Ball out of bounds. And it's last touch by Cavalier. Turnover number 2 on the Tornadoes, who are riding a 6-game win streak into this one against the North Border Eagles. North Border, 2 wins against Cavalier this season. Inbounds happening, and it'll be Trenton Cosley, a freshman, who will dribble across the court for North Border. A pass here to Greendahl. Greendahl looks at right side in the corner. Gets it to Jackson Johnson. Cosley, left side Lee. Lee's going to drive, will get a penalty. Foul called here on Cavalier. It's going to be on Colton Ryczinski. Ryczinski inside on a hold, his first, team's third. 2:38 remains in this first quarter. Cavalier by 3, 8-5 over North Border. Eagles basketball. Jaden Lee, who averages 13 points a game, he'll get it to Greendahl inside, now a turn, spin, shot up by Jacob Johnson. It's no good. Rebound is down to Coyer. That's rebound number 3. Tornadoes across midcourt. Coyer gets the ball to his teammate Clucci. Clucci will launch a 3, rolls in and out of the cylinder, and a rebound is down to Jackson Johnson, who's averaged 5 rebounds per game this season, now inside. Here's a move to the basket. Shot's no good, and a foul is called. As going up for the shot was Jaden Lee. And a foul called on Cavalier with 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. It's going to be on Clucci. Brody Clucci's first personal, 4th on the Cavalier Tornadoes here in this first quarter. 35-second shot clock as free throws attempting here for Jaden Lee. He'll make the first. Lee, a junior for the North Border Eagles, will have a second free throw. It's up, and it's good. Lee knocks down both free throws. 8-7 Cavalier with 1:58 to play first quarter. The winner gets Hatton Northwood, the top seed, who took care of Griggs County Central earlier here this afternoon in Grand Forks. Top of the key, Cavalier basketball. Clucci shares with Raczynski. Inside block shot! Trenton Cosley blocks the shot, grabs the board, swing it up the floor. Here's Lee in the corner. Good defense by Cavalier. The ball pops back out to Cosley, who drives inside. Cosley's shot is blocked by Clem. And Coyer comes away with the basketball. Tornadoes have it with a 1-point lead. Driving in Coyer all the way to the basket. It's no good. And the rebound comes down. North Border was after it. We're going to get a foul. Nobody officially had the handle. Cavalier going to be called with a foul. On the Tornadoes, Brandon Clem, his second, team's 5th on Cavalier. 5 fouls on Cavalier in the first quarter, just 1 on North Borders. We'll see a substitution. Bryson Clem checks in for Cavalier, and Brandon Clem checks out. Up the floor, North Border basketball, the Eagles. Lee looking right side to Jacob Johnson, and it's turned over. Out of bounds, turnover is 4 on North Border here in this first quarter. They trail Cavalier by 1. 1:09 to play first quarter. 8-7. Cavalier leads North Border with the basketball. Jackson Johnson, check that. It's Raczynski inside. Now a move to the basket. Andre Coyer, and a foul is called on North Border. Foul will be called on Jackson Johnson of the North Border Eagles. It's his first, team's second. And so Cavalier to the free throw line. Coyer will have a pair of free throws. His first, the right-handed shooter, is off the front iron, no good. First missed free throw. First free throw attempt for Cavalier. Second free throw chance. It's up. It's off the back iron. Long rebound comes down to Brody Clucci. Now Coyer tries from 3. Didn't make the free throws, but he drains the triple from deep. Cavalier 11-7 leaders over North Border with 44 seconds to play in this first quarter. Now a steal. Here's Raczynski. Right hand on the left side. Layup is good. Quickly, 13-7, a 6-point advantage. Largest of the game for either team. Cavalier leads by 6 with 30 seconds to go before the first quarter horn. Driving, Johnson up. Blocked by Cavaliers' Coyer, and now a foul called. Foul will be on Cavalier, and it's the first on Bryson Clem. 6 now on Cavalier in this first quarter of action. Free throw, Jackson Johnson hits. Johnson for North Border, his first points of the game. 3 for 3 are the Eagles at the charity stripe. Second free throw upcoming for Jackson Johnson. This one's up, off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down to Coyer, rebound number 5, and up the floor, Cavalier with 19 seconds to the basket. Right side layup is good. Colby Thorkson with his first bucket of the game. 10 seconds to play first quarter. 3-point look here. It's on the way. It's no good by Lee. Rebound is going to be fought for between the Tornadoes and the Eagles, and tie-up is the call. Jump ball possession arrow remains with North Border. They've got 2.6 on the clock to close out this first quarter, down by 7. 15-7. 15-8, excuse me, is the score. Here's a three-point look. No good as Cosley goes down. No foul called. And that's the end of the first quarter. On the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard, after 1 quarter of play in the North Dakota Region 2 Boys Basketball Quarterfinals, it's Cavalier 15 and North Border 8 on yourliveevent.com.
At Halsted Living Center and Heritage House, life doesn't stop with age. From dedicated staff, activities, and personal care, they're there to ensure the lifestyle continues to be active and fulfilled. The activities team brings together birthday parties, holiday programs, local performing acts, and talented musicians on staff. Family and friends are encouraged to join in on the special programs and daily activities too. For more information on Halsted Living Center and Heritage House, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halstedlivingcenter.com.
And welcome back to the Betty Region 2 North Dakota Boys Basketball Quarterfinal action. After 1 quarter of play, Cavalier 15, North Border 8. We're going to get a foul offensive on Cavalier to start the second quarter. Andre Coyer's called with his second, team 7th, and 7 fouls as we just start the second quarter on Cavalier. Cavalier leads it 15-8. Now we get a whistle. I don't know if they gave the official whistle to start this possession. Official is bringing the ball across the court. Well, hand it inside. Are they going to say a shooting foul? They have to stop this immediately here because if they're thinking it's a bonus, it's not. 7 fouls is not a bonus. But it is a bonus. That's right. Sorry. Apologize. 7 is. 7 is. For whatever reason, 8 was in my head, Brady. See? That's why Brady's here. Excuse me. 7. That's right. Look at us. Missed free throw. And the rebound comes down to Thorikson. So a missed free throw by the North Border Eagles. A missed free throw from Jackson Johnson. That is correct. 7 is the foul for the bonus. Of course it is. Colton Raczynski works it inside. Thorlickson goes out of bounds with it. And it'll be Cavalier basketball. 7:25 remains second quarter. And yes, bonus time the rest of the first half for North Border. 3-point look is no good. And a rebound comes down. This is Trenton Cosley of North Border. The Eagles will dribble across midcourt. Left side passing. Jared inside. Move the ball to Greendahl. Now back out. This is Lee. Lee drives in. Euro steps his way to the basket. Lays it in for 2. Jaden Lee. And it's 15-10. Cavalier by 5 on the other end. It's Thorikson for 2. Cavalier adds 17-10. 17-10 in favor of the Tornadoes. Back ahead by 7. North Border basketball, the Eagles. Right side, Cosley. He's outside the arc. Work it here to Lee. Lee in the corner. Yes. 3-pointer for Jaden Lee. He's got 7 in the first half. 17-13. Cavaliers led by 8. They lead by 4 over North Border with 6:25 to play. Second quarter. Driving in, a floater, no good by Coyer, hoping for a foul, no call. Jacob Johnson grabs a rebound. North Border basketball. Right side, Lee. He'll launch a triple. In and out, no good. And the rebound is down to Coyer. Coyer with his 6th board of the game. And it's driving Cavalier. Follow-away shot, no good for Clucci. And we'll get a foul. And this again will be called on Cavalier. That's number 8. Last time I checked, 7 is the bonus. So now another one means it's still single bonus. Double bonus comes into effect at 10. You never know. Sometimes things just slip the old brain, right? 6 minutes to play in this second quarter. And a timeout taken by Cavalier. We'll take it as well. On the Tim Cassette Golden Harvest Seed Sales scoreboard, it is Cavalier 17, North Border 13.
Do you feel like there's never enough time to get everything done before planting? The window for spring work is quick and unforgiving. Give yourself the upper hand with the ProTill High Performance High Speed Disc. More and more farmers agree the ProTill is the right tool for springfield conditions and heavy residue management. Zero maintenance bearings, independent disc technology, oversized pins and bushings allow the ProTill to handle whatever field or conditions you can throw at it.
To say that everyone in the farming community would like to put the 2019 planting and growing season behind them is an understatement. Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance, and this was one of those years that you found out what your crop insurance agent was made of. Were you satisfied? All of us at Irie Insurance feel your pain and know your challenges. That's why we would love to sit down with each and every farmer for an annual policy review. We now know how bad it can get, so let's make sure you have someone working in your corner to protect your farm's equity. To find an Irie Insurance agent near you, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Welcome back to the Betty in Grand Forks. Golden Harvest Tim Cazette seed sales scoreboard reads Cavaliers 17, North Border 13 with 6 minutes to play second quarter in the Region 2 quarterfinals. Free throw, Cosley, no good. And the rebound comes down inside for Cavalier, and it's Daniel Hinkle checking into the ball game. Foul trouble getting to Cavalier just a bit. Cosley missed the free throw. And Hinkle with the rebound. Here comes Cavalier. Raczynski launches off the backboard. No good. Rebound Matthew Greendahl, the all-time leading scorer for North Border boys basketball history. Grabs another board. Swing it up the floor. Long shot. No good for North Border. Rebound comes down. Coyer. Coyer with his 7th rebound of the basketball game. Coyer to Raczynski. Setting things up for the Tornadoes. Up top, they share the ball here to Klucci. Klucci, Raczynski. And they work it to Coyer. Long shot. Three-pointer for the 6'6" senior. No good. Rebound comes down to Jackson Johnson. 6'3" senior going to push. North Border to the basket. And we're going to get a foul. We're going to call a charge. Jackson Johnson. A charge is called. It's his second, team's third on North Border. Another foul called on North Border. Cavalier leads it 17-13. 5 minutes to play in this first half of basketball. Cavalier ball, they work it right side to Bryson Clem. Clem inside, driving. Coyer, shot no good. Rebound, Jaden Lee. He'll grab it. Lee with the long sleeves, comes across midcourt for North Border. Goes right side to Jacob Johnson. Now we'll see a foul called on North Border as they lost the basketball. And Jacob Johnson tagged with his second, team's fourth. It's 5 turnovers for North Border. And Cavalier with 2 turnovers in this first half of basketball. Brody Klucci inbounds. Cavalier has it. They work across the North Dakota at midcourt. Raczynski. Coyer has it on the elbow. Coyer looks inside. Pass was deflected. Klucci has it in the corner. Klucci drives, reach in. Foul. No foul called. Raczynski. Raczynski outside the arc, resets the offense for the Tornadoes. 11 on the shot clock. Raczynski drives over the arch and the stretched arm of an Eagle. And the shot falls for Colton Raczynski, who's got 6. 19-13 Cavalier with 4 minutes to play in the first half of basketball. Driving, shot from the free throw line is no good from Cosley, and the rebound comes down to Greendahl. North Border basketball, left side. It's Lee. Outside the arc to Greendahl. Greendahl passes in. This is Johnson in trouble from the baseline. Loses the ball. Cavalier takes it away. Turnover 6 on North Border up the floor. Cavalier to the basket. Shot no good for Raczynski. And the rebound comes down. Grabbing that one is Jackson Johnson up the floor for North Border right side. Passing to Lee. Goes behind the back. Lee now looks to pass it out to Greendahl, and North Border lost it. Too fast. 7 turnovers here on North Border in this first half of basketball. Timeout taken here by the North Border Eagles. 3:27 to go in the second quarter on the Golden Harvest Tim Cazette seed sales scoreboard. It's Cavalier 19, North Border 13 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Brent's Pit Stop in Grafton for when you need to get in, get out, and get on your way. This winter, don't freeze at the pump. Take it to Brent's Pit Stop where they'll do it for you. Gas, diesel, an oil change, a tire change, whatever your vehicle's needs are, they got you covered. Brent and the team thank you for your patronage, and they look forward to continue serving you. Open 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. Visit Brent's Pit Stop, 735 Hill Avenue in Grafton. Good luck to all the players and coaches participating in today's game from Brent's Pit Stop in Grafton.
There's a lot to love about Hillsboro, North Dakota. Top-notch school district with fantastic facilities and growing enrollment. Great healthcare and friendly people. Nestled between two of North Dakota's largest cities, Hillsboro embodies a small-town atmosphere that is sure to make you feel right at home. The HEDC and City of Hillsboro invites you to pay a visit and experience Hillsboro. Visit hillsboro-nd.com to learn more about Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity.
Back on yourliveevent.com at the Betty Engelstead Sioux Center in Grand Forks. 3:20 to play first half in this quarterfinal matchup between Cavalier and North Border. It's a tight one. 19-13 in favor of Cavalier, and we get a foul on North Border after the inbounds, and the timeout was taken by Dan Moore and the North Border Eagles. Officials get together on this one to decide the foul. It'll be the 5th foul here on the North Border Eagles. And they're going to tag this one to number 23, Kyler Moore, who's in the ball game. Kyler's in the ball game for the first time today. Did not play in the first quarter. It's his first foul, team's 5th, and missed free throw for the Cavalier Tornadoes. At the line, Brody Clucci, his first free throw attempts of the ball game from the stripe. Second free throw spins around, eventually falls the bottom of the net. And it's 20-13, a 7-point Cavalier lead, matching the lead they had at halftime, or at the end of the first quarter, over North Border. North Border basketball right now. Trenton Cosley has it on the right wing. Shares it to Greendahl. Greendahl, Cosley, and work it back to Moore in the corner. His first touch offensively. Now Greendahl, follow-away shot, no good. Clucci grabs his 3rd rebound. Here comes Cavalier. They're hustling down the floor. Clucci in the corner, guarded by Greendahl. Pick it up, swing it to Clem. Bryson Clem with the runner. Bryson Clem for 2. 22-13. It's a 9-point lead for Cavalier with 2.5 to play before halftime. Winner gets top-seeded Hatton Northwood tomorrow night in the semifinals here at the Betty. Follow-away shot for Greendahl. Yes, and there's a foul. Foul falls after the shot. Matthew Greendahl with the bucket. We'll see the official word here. Bucket counts for Greendahl. Matthew Greendahl gets the deuce. And the foul is on Colby Thorlickson. So this is a longer possession now for North Border. The foul was away from the basket. Extended the possession and going to the free throw line after Thorlickson, his first team's 9th now on Cavalier. To the free throw line, Jackson Johnson misses. Big opportunity for North Border. Rebound comes down to Coyer, his 8th first half rebound. 22-15 in favor of Cavalier, leading North Border. Here's Raczynski with the basketball. He'll kick it left side to Clucci. Clucci driving in, penetrates, goes to the rack. Clucci lays it in for 2. He's got 5 in this first half. 24-15 in favor of Cavalier. North Border going to run across midcourt. Lee with it. He's got it on the right hand. To the baseline, now in trouble. Will launch one up. It's no good. Rebound bounces around. Who's going to track it down? It's going to be Coyer, who then passes it out. Up the floor. 2-on-1. We get a foul at midcourt. Foul at midcourt. Slow to get up is Jacob Johnson for North Border. I believe he's the one that's going to be hit with a foul. Or is it Kyler Moore? We're going to call it on Kyler Moore. Excuse me. His 2nd, team's 6th. Minute 40 to play before halftime. Cavalier ball. 24-15, driving in. We're going to get a travel call. That's the right call as Coyer travel with the basketball. Just turnover number 3 on Cavalier in the first half. North Border basketball. Jaden Lee will bring it across for the Eagles. 4 seed in the tournament, 16-5 on the season. Cosley works it to Jacob Johnson inside. Greendahl, the all-time leading scorer. He wants the ball. They're going to keep it outside the arc. Lee now is interrupted by the defense of Cavalier, and we're going to get a tie-up. Tornado players wanted to call a timeout. Don't know if they're going to award the timeout. They're going to be doing the inbounding here. They're going to do the jump ball tie-up situation. Possession stays with North Border. Their inbounds goes to Greendahl. Greendahl has his pocket picked by Raczynski. Tornadoes up the floor. Raczynski's shot may have been deflected. No good. We'll get a foul on the rebound. Foul on the rebound as Kyler Moore went up for the ball. And foul is called on Brody Clucci. It's his second personal, team's 10th, so double bonus now on the Cavalier Tornadoes. There's 1:01 to play in this second quarter. Cavalier by 9, 24-15. Matching the largest lead of the game now. 2 free throws coming for Jacob Johnson, who averages 8 points a game for North Border. The righty's free throw up good. He'll have another. North Border has struggled a bit from the free throw line. 4 of 8 from the line here in this first half. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound is down. Coyer with his 10th rebound of the game. Andre Coyer with 3 points, 10 boards. Not bad for the 18.9 rebound per game average. Coyer, the 6'6 senior, kicks it up top. Raczynski launches for 3, left side. It's no good. Rebound is down. This is Jackson Johnson up the floor. Driving shot, no good by North Border. Rebound comes down to Clucci. 30 seconds to play before halftime. Clucci gets by the defense. Now fall-away jump from the baseline. Brody Clucci, 7 in the first half. Drawing an applause from the Cavalier Tornado fans. 26-16, a 10-point lead for Cavalier in this first half. Driving. Final 12 seconds. North Border, the shot clock's off. They work it to Lee. He's in the corner. Ball is poked out by Raczynski. And I do believe it stays North Border basketball with 6.7 to go. First half. Halftime is on the way. Inbounds coming. North Border, top of the key. Cosley, 3 seconds. Pump fakes. Long 2 for Cosley at the border. At the horn, it will not go, and Coyer grabs the board, and that's the end of the first half. First half comes to a close in this North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball quarterfinal featuring the number 5 seed Cavalier. They lead the 4 seed North Border 26-16 as the halftime report is on the way from the Trail County EDC. One more time on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette seed sales scoreboard. Halftime, Cavalier 26 and North Border 16 on yourliveevent.com.
I kinda like
This is Carson Henningsgaard, student athlete at Central Valley High School, and I urge students to refrain from using drugs or alcohol. Doing so can result in getting kicked off the team, damage to your reputation, and damage to your body. Stay sober and stay on the right track to success. Live above the influence. This message brought to you by the Central Valley School District.
The North Dakota culture is hardworking and understands the value of what we can get from the land. The services that we get from Polar Communications, the gigabit service, allows us to be able to serve up many, many more locations. We know that they are in North Dakota. They understand North Dakota. That means a lot to our business.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises. Precision Planting spent the 2019 growing season looking at how technology, agronomy, and equipment can all be used to maximize profit on farms like yours. Those results are now being shared with growers across the country in a climate-controlled mobile classroom, the PTI. This PTI trailer will be in Hillsboro March 16th and in Drayton March 17th. Come spend the morning with RDK Enterprises. Register at planterdoc.com.
And welcome back to the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks on the campus of the University of North Dakota. And the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard with yourliveevent.com. Cavalier leading North Border 26-16 at the halftime. This halftime report is brought to you by the Trail County EDC. Learn more about the opportunities in Trail County online at trailcountyedc.com. Here in the first half, Cavalier has been, for the most part, in control. They took the lead for good here in this first half when it was 6-5 in the first quarter. They led by 7 at the end of the first, 15-8. Second quarter, Cavaliers stretched the lead to double figures, where it sits right now, 26-16. Cavalier trying to avenge 2 earlier season losses to North Border. North Border was winners 49-46 over Cavalier back in January, and in February, 68-65. Could be in for a dandy in the second half if history serves right. Cavalier leads at halftime 26-16 over the North Border Eagles in the North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball quarterfinals. The winner will get the Haddon Northwood Thunder, who won 62-43 over Griggs County Central earlier here today. Still 2 more quarterfinals to go this evening as well on yourliveevent.com. We'll talk more about that. Run down the first half statistics from the Betty after this on yourliveevent.com. Goose River Heating and Cooling of Hillsboro is a rude dealer for the Hillsboro and surrounding communities. If your furnace has lived past its prime, talk to Corey today about a new Rude furnace for your home or new construction. You don't want to be left out in the cold. That's why Goose River Heating is available with 24-hour emergency service. Call Corey Wright today at Goose River Heating, 701-430-1990. Serving Hillsboro and the surrounding communities as a Rude dealer, Goose River Heating and Cooling.
I would like to take and welcome everyone to come and visit Hillsboro. We think that we have a great amount of opportunity here. It's a friendly, small town. That's the type of environment where you want to take and raise your kids. Our athletic programs are outstanding, numerous championships. We are just about exactly halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. It's an easy commute back and forth. Help us grow Hillsboro. We have friendly small town cafe. We have great opportunities for growth with our industrial park. We also have those recreational opportunities basically with a great park. We're going to take and expand the opportunities on our river. We're going to have some boats and kayaks and things that we can utilize. The fishing's great, the hunting's great. Again, and we are that hub of high-tech industries that we're trying to attract here. And we've had some great success with that already. Come and explore Hillsboro.
I'm originally from Mayville. I moved away for 6 years, but when I decided I think it's time that we start a family, and I said I want to move back to that small town so I could have small classes, small community, people are involved, people care about you.
There's a lot of space out here, and if you use it appropriately, I mean everything from family baseball to the parks and the communities, swimming, all that stuff is available right there.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Strand.
Kurt Petrowski, Hillsboro, North Dakota.
Come home to trail.
Come home to trail.
It's the halftime report on yourliveevent.com from the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball, Trail County EDC halftime report. Learn more about the opportunities in Trail County online, trailcountyedc.com. First half, Cavalier leads North Border 26-16 at the half. Halftime leading scores, Cavalier has Brody Clucci with 7, 6 for Colton Raczynski, 4 each for Clem and Thorlickson, 3 for Coyer, 2 for Clem. 18 rebounds, 11 of those coming from Andre Coyer. For North Border in the first half, 7 for Jaden Lee, 7 for Matthew Greendahl, 1 each for Jackson and Jacob Johnson. North Border 4 of 9 from the line, 15 rebounds, 8 turnovers in the first half. Your halftime report is being brought to you by Trail County EDC. Learn more about the opportunities. Trail County online, trailcountyedc.com. More from the Betty Engelstead Sioux Center in Grand Forks, the North Dakota Region 2 Boys Basketball Quarterfinals, and yourliveevent.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Hi, this is Reagan Baszler from Hillsborough High School. Work hard at everything you do in life: school, work, sports, extracurriculars, and anything else you may be involved in. A good work ethic will help you be successful and will stick to you in the future. It also helps you to be a good role model to the younger students and athletes that look up to you. This message is brought to you by the Hillsborough School District.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
To say that everyone in the farming community would like to put the 2019 planting and growing season behind them is an understatement. Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance, and this was one of those years that you found out what your crop insurance agent was made of. Were you satisfied? All of us at Irie Insurance feel your pain and know your challenges. That's why we would love to sit down with each and every farmer for an annual policy review. We now know how bad it can get, so let's make sure you have someone working in your corner to protect your farm's equity. To find an Irie Insurance agent near you, go to IrieInsurance.com.
And welcome back to the Betty. It's North Dakota Region 2 Boys Basketball Quarterfinals. Cavalier, the 5 seed, 26. The 4 seed, North Border 16. Kevin Kochman with you. Cameraman and engineer in this one, Brady Siebels. He'll join you for the next 2 broadcasts as well, back on the mic. Keith Meyer taking a little breather. He'll be back running the cameras. And our executive producer, Mark Forseth, as we begin the second half. Thanks for listening to the halftime report and following the halftime report here on yourliveevent.com from Trail County EDC. And now the second half is underway with Cavalier with the basketball. Looking inside, lost it. Cavalier turning over 3 times in the first half. That's the way they kick it off in the second half with a turnover. North Border basketball. Greendahl driving. Shot from inside the free throw line. Starting the second half like he did the first half of play with a deuce. And Greendahl scores 26. Now 26-18 in favor of Cavalier. How about a three-point look? Too strong. For inside rebound, putback is good. Strong in the shot from Kluchi. And then a rebound and a putback is good for Thorlickson. Thorlickson for 2. 28-16. Cavalier takes the ball away from North Border. The North Border takes it right back. Cosley layup is good. Trenton Cosley, each team with a turnover there. Cosley scores 28-18. A 10-point lead for Cavalier. Driving in, shot is up, no good. No, it is good, excuse me, and a foul. Big one there. Big bucket inside for Cavalier and some energy. Clem gets the bucket and the foul. Now a 10-point game, 30-10 in favor of Cavalier as the foul called on the Eagles. Missed free throw by Clem, and the rebound comes down on Greendahl. Greendahl with the board, up the floor. North Border shot good. Aiden Lee with a bucket that time. He scores, and now a little chaos. Shot up, shot good. Colby Thorlickson for 2 more. And back and forth we go. 32-22. The lead is 10 for Cavaliers. North Border. Long three-point. Greendahl looks at it, pulls it back after the miss. No. Rebound Thorlickson. Tornado basketball. Cavalier with it. Raczynski works it left side. Now a drive and a kick. Pass to Thorlickson. Shot no good. Going for the rebound. Lee goes over the top. Jackson Johnson going to grab it. His 6th rebound of the game. Johnson all the way. Charge is called on the other end. Tornadoes got in position at the last second and took the charge. Call Jackson Johnson with a foul. It's his 3rd. 6:11 remains, 3rd quarter. A feverish pace to start. 32-22 Cavalier leading North Border. North Border's got a long way to climb out of a 10-point hole. A lot of energy will need to be expended to get back to this ball game and make it theirs. Cavalier, meanwhile, trying to play and keep their pace. Here's a shot up, good. Clucci for 2. Clucci for 2. Cavalier by 12, 34-22. And now we'll get a foul. Greendahl is inside trying to set up offensively. Foul will be called on Colton Raczynski, his 2nd. Team's 1st on Cavalier in the second half. Inside, driving in, Greendahl pumps, gets a shot up and good. Matthew Greendahl, all-time leading scorer for North Border. 34-24, still a 10-point lead for the Cavalier Tornadoes. Tornado basketball. Clem, skip it left side, Raczynski. Raczynski, right side to Clem. In the corner, he works it to Thorlickson. Now inside a shot. It's a pass to Coyer, and we'll get a foul. No foul, excuse me. Ball off of Cavalier in last second there. So Tornado basketball. Cavalier inbounds. Raczynski, top of the key. He'll pick it up. Right side to Clem. Clem goes inside. Shot is up by Thorlickson. No good. Rebound is down to Greendahl, his 5th rebound of the basketball game. Now at midcourt, Cavalier takes the ball away from North Border. Tornadoes looking in. Clem. Top of the key. 3-point look for Clucci. Oh, yeah! Triple for Brody Clucci. Gets him into double figures. 37-24. Cavalier by 13 with 4:45 to play, 3rd quarter. We're going to get a timeout by North Border. Timeout North Border. On the Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Sales scoreboard. It's Cavalier 37, North Border 24 on yourliveevent.com.
Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro. For when you need repair work done on your vehicle, need an oil change, need new tires, or tire repair, visit Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro. They fill LP tanks, bulk delivery of your home heating or farm fuels, and carry batteries. Call your locally owned full-service gas station, Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro, 701-636-5356. Brad, Jody, and Blake Sorum thank you for your business, and they look forward to continue serving you at Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro.
A deep triple from beyond the arc. We're talking feet beyond the arc for Brody Clucci. Sends North Border into a timeout with 4:43 to play, 3rd quarter. Cavalier 37, North Border 24. And on the inbounds, a shot by Greendahl, no good for North Border. And the rebound down to Raczynski. Cavalier with a deep 3 to open things up. 13-point advantage in this 3rd quarter over North Border. With it, Clucci shares it to Coyer. Coyer, Clucci, left side. Tornado basketball. Swing it right side to Thorlickson. Traveled with it. Cavalier matching their total turnovers in the first half with 3 in this 3rd quarter. Inbounds coming. North Border basketball. Jackson Johnson looks to dribble. Now we'll get a foul reaching in. Cavalier picking up the intensity in the backcourt defense, but a reach-in foul is tagged on the orange and black. Cavalier with a foul, and now North Border basketball. Jaden Lee will go right side with it. Kick it up top to Cosley. Down by 13. North Border basketball. Lee has it, driving with the left hand. Kick it out to Greendahl. Greendahl Picks up the dribble, now gets it to Lee. Lee drives in trouble with the pivot foot, Greendahl baseline. And now a quick pass inside and a whistle. Jackson Johnson was the target of the ball from the North Border Eagles, and we'll get a foul on Cavalier. I think it's going to be on Raczynski. That's number 3 on Colton Raczynski. So Cavalier defends, North Border inbounds the basketball, Greendahl. Greendahl, Lee. Lee launches, shot no good. Rebound comes down to Lee from the baseline. This one rattles home. Jaden Lee for 2. 37-26. Cavalier by 11 with 3:25 to play, third quarter. Here at the Betty, North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball quarterfinals. Colton Raczynski, top of the key. Raczynski passes blocked away, and now blocking foul on some aggressive play from Jaden Lee at midcourt. See a call here on the North Border Eagles. Jaden Lee with his first, team's first. Cavaliers Bryson Clem set to inbound. Clem to Raczynski. Tornado basketball. Raczynski crosses midcourt. He'll hand it to Bryson Clem. Now to Brennan Clem. Thorlickson. Ball is tipped and out. Steal. Cavalier Tornado turnover up the floor. We'll get a foul on the Tornadoes. Driving in that time was freshman Cosley. We'll get a foul on Cavalier. Foul is on 11, Clucci. That's number 3 on Clucci. And the 4th on Cavalier. Timeout by the Tornadoes. 2:51 to play, third quarter on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. It's 37-26, Cavalier leading North Border on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises. Precision Planning spent the 2019 growing season looking at how technology, agronomy, and equipment can all be used to maximize profit on farms like yours. Those results are now being shared with growers across the country in a climate-controlled mobile classroom, the PTI. This PTI trailer will be in Hillsboro March 16th and in Drayton March 17th. Come spend the morning with RDK Enterprises. Register at planterdoc.com.
For more than a century, MLGC has delivered cutting-edge communications technology to the communities they serve. MLGC continues to be at the forefront of innovation and technology with an ever-expanding variety of products and services with internet speeds up to 1 gig, over 150 cable TV channels, and reliable telephone service. Watch for huge, exciting announcements from MLGC. Internet TV phone, moving you at the speed of light. 1-877-893 MLGC.
Welcome back to the Betty, and out of the timeout, free throws are being attempted by North Border's Trenton Cosley. Down by 11, Cosley shooting 2 and misses the front end. Here in the third quarter, there's 2:51 to play. Cavalier in control, leading North Border 37-26 in the 4 versus 5 matchup with Cavalier, the 5 seed. Free throw from Cosley, good. He makes the second of 2. And it's a 10-point ball game. 37-27 with 2:48 to play before the third quarter expires here in Grand Forks. Second game of the quarterfinals. 2 more to go from the Betty tonight on yourliveevent.com. 3-point look. Yep. Brody Clucci launches a triple and connects. 40-27, back to a 13-point lead, matching the largest lead of the game for Cavalier. Starting to heat up in this third quarter. 14 third quarter points for the Tornadoes. Driving in, good pass. Good shot, layup good. Jacob Johnson for 2. 40-29 in favor of Cavalier. Tornado basketball, Raczynski steps back. He'll look to Coyer. Coyer with a basketball. He'll pass, tipped away, steal by North Border. All the way in for the right-hand layup. Off balance, but Cosley gets it to go. Cosley's got 5 in the third quarter. 40-31. Cavalier with a turnover. That's number 5 here in this second half. 8 in the game. Passing, 3-point look. Off the back iron for Coyer, and the long rebound by Thorlickson, his 5th of the game. Now a 3-pointer. Yes! Raczynski! He's got 9 in the game. 43-31. Cavalier leading North Border. Cosley spins, we'll get a charge call. Great defense by Cavaliers. Bryson Clem. He set the feet, and Cosley spun right into him, and it's a charge call. Cosley with his first, team's second for North Border in this second half. Check that, incorrect. My numbers were off. Scoreboard says 4. That's accurate. Raczynski basketball for the Tornadoes of Cavalier with 1:14 remaining third quarter. 15 on the shot clock. Skip pass, left side, long shot. Feeling it. Does not go for Clem. And the rebound is down to Jackson Johnson with 1 minute to go in this third quarter. Pump fake. North Border drives into the basket. Shot no good. Trying on the rebound. It's last touch by the Eagles. 2 Eagles slow to get up here. Aiden Lee and wincing here in pain. North Border's Jackson Johnson will check out. So into the ball game is 23, Kyler Moore for North Border on a substitution. 54 seconds to play third quarter. Cavalier 43, North Border 31. Tornado basketball. Raczynski to Klucci in the corner. Ball to Coyer. 3-point look here is no good. Rebound down, and a travel is called. Rebound to Thorlickson, and he's called with a travel. Turnover number 6 on Cavalier in this second half. Final 35 seconds. There's about a half-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock. Ball inside. This is Greendahl for North Border. Spinning. Greendahl, a follow-away shot. Yes, beautiful shot by Greendahl. Follow-away jumper. 43-33. Cavalier by 10. Final 15 seconds of the third quarter. Tornadoes will hold. Klucci with it, right side. They'll get it to Raczynski. Raczynski out near the circle. 8 seconds. Raczynski with the left hand. 5 seconds. 3-pointer, top of the key. Off the back iron. Ball bounces around. Moore with the rebound. And that's how the third quarter will close. Cavalier by 10 over the North Border Eagles. 43-33 on the Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com. Fourth quarter in Grand Forks is next.
There's a lot to love about Hillsboro, North Dakota. Top-notch school district with fantastic facilities and growing enrollment. Great healthcare and friendly people. Nestled between 2 of North Dakota's largest cities, Hillsboro embodies a small-town atmosphere that is sure to make you feel right at home. The HEDC and City of Hillsboro invites you to pay a visit and experience Hillsboro. Visit hillsboro-nd.com to learn more about Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the C-Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Let's play fourth quarter basketball. North Dakota Region 2 quarterfinals. Down to the final 8 minutes. North Border down by 10. Cavalier leads at 43-33 on yourliveevent.com. Kevin Kochman with you here this evening from the Betty. 2 more games to go. Stick with us on yourliveevent.com. Here's a floater in the paint for Cosley. No good by North Border. Rebound comes down to Coyer, his 12th rebound of the basketball for Cavalier. Leading by 10, 43-33. Ball right side to Brayden Clem. Ball is tipped. North Border with the steal. Cavalier turns it over their 7th time here in the second half. Great pass inside, but a charge is called. Charge is called. Driving in was Kyler Moore, and Cavalier took the charge. Moore called with his 3rd foul, and the 5th now on the North Border Eagles. They couldn't take advantage of an opportunity off a turnover. Now Cavalier with the ball, trying to control tempo. Coyer has it, baseline jumper, back iron, no good. Greendahl, his 6th rebound. Greendahl, a senior, up the floor for North Border, goes to Cosley left side. Kick it out to Moore, throwing it inside, it's turned over. North Border toss it away. Taken away by Cavalier. Clem's got it. He'll go in, driving. We're going to get they don't call anything on that one. It was interesting to say the least. You North Border fans were on edge. 6:40 to play in this final stanza. And we'll go a drive inside by Cavalier, and a foul is called. Foul is on Trenton Cosley is second, and now 6 on the Eagles. Cavalier with a 10-point lead, 43-33. The 2 prior meetings between the Tornadoes and the North Border Eagles were 3-point wins for North Border. Cavalier trying to turn the tides here in the playoffs. Brendan Clem hits the free throw. First points of the fourth quarter are to the Tornadoes, 45-33. Second check at 44-33. Math sometimes, 1 point, not 2. Second free throw misses, rebound to Greendahl. Up the floor, driving, shot good for Cosley, and we're going to get official timeout. Official timeout, the bucket counts. We're going to have an immediate substitution for Kyler Moore, and in Jacob Johnson. Moore's going to have to go get taped up. Meanwhile, the bucket is good. Cosley's shot counts, 44-35. Cavalier by 9 with 6:25 to play. Lucci works it to Coyer. Coyer goes inside, draws a foul. Coyer draws a foul on the North Border Eagles. They're going to call it on Jackson Johnson. For Johnson, I believe that's 4. It is the 7th foul on the team. And it is accurate. And the bucket is good on the first free throw by Coyer. He'll have a second. Was a shooting foul, back to a 10-point lead for Cavaliers. Second free throw off the back iron. No good. Rebound comes down to Jackson Johnson. Here come North Border. The Eagles behind the back dribble. Fancy move by Lee. Swing it right side. Cosley in. Greendahl from the free throw line. He steps outside the arc. Kicks it to Cosley, who penetrates, drives to the basket, blocked away. Cosley slams into the padding on the basketball standard here at Betty Engelstad Sioux Center. We're going to get a foul called. And it's going to be on Thorlickson, his second. And it's number 5 on Cavalier. 2 shots for Trenton Cosley, who is 1 for 3 at the line tonight. First free throw misses. He'll have another. Missed on his first attempt in the second quarter, was 1 for 2 in the third quarter, Now 0 for 1 here in the fourth. See if he makes good here to get it back to a single-digit lead. Nope, missed them both. Both missed free throws. Coyer grabs the rebound for Cavalier with a 10-point advantage. 5:50 to play here at the Betty. The fourth quarter of this Region 2 quarterfinal featuring Cavalier and North Border. Hillsborough, Central Valley, Drayton Valley, Edinburgh coming up. The 2 versus 10 matchup. Then Thompson and Grafton, the nightcap here this evening. 6 versus 3. Should be a pair of dandies still to come here at the Betty. Gonna get a foul on North Border. They're gonna call on Trenton Cosley. It's his 3rd foul. Team's 8th now on North Border. And a 1-and-1 coming. But first, a timeout, North Border. Full timeout. 10-point lead for Cavalier on the Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Cavalier 45 and 35 for North Border on yourliveevent.com.
Brent's Pit Stop in Grafton for when you need to get in, get out, and get on your way. This winter, don't freeze at the pump. Take it to Brent's Pit Stop where they'll do it for you. Gas, diesel, an oil change, a tire change, whatever your vehicle's needs are, they got you covered.
Brent and the team thank you for your patronage, and they look forward to continue serving you.
Open 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. Visit Brent's Pit Stop, 735 Hill Avenue in Grafton.
Good luck to all the players and coaches participating in today's game from Brent's Pit Stop in Grafton.
Cows don't have a schedule when they decide to calve, so you need to monitor them pretty much 24/7. The big plus for me with the camera system that I have now is just being able to watch and monitor these cows. We've saved at least 4 calves and paid for the system the first year. The big thing I liked about Polar was I get good service. I mean, they're very local, and I think it's very reflective on the communities that they represent and that they're part of.
Back at the Betty on YourLiveEvent.com, where Cavalier leads North Border. The 5 seed leads the 4 seed, 45-35, with 5:39 to play. Free throw, good for Brennan Clem. Brennan Clem hits it. He had 4 points in the first half, has 4 in the second half. You add those two together for 8 points. He's got another one here, chance at 9. Clem's free throw, good. Brennan Clem, the junior, hits it. 47-35, a 12-point advantage. 13-point lead earlier for Cavalier. They lead it by 12 over rival North Border. Driving in, a spin move, Greenwald. Shot deflected. Coyer will track down a rebound. 14 in the game for Coyer. Averaged 9.9 coming into this matchup. Raczynski, right side, shares the ball to Klucci. Klucci's been hot from outside. He'll drive from the free throw line. Shot up, contested, no good. Rebound to Jacob Johnson, his second. North Border pushes up the floor. Lost off the toe. Picking it up, Cavalier at the baseline, and then North Border came flying in, tapped it out of bounds, and it'll stay with Cavalier. Tornado basketball. 12 turnovers on North Border in the game, just 4 in the second half. Cavalier met with full court pressure from North Border. They'll break it up the floor. Raczynski. He'll pull up from 15. Use that bank board. Good. Colton Raczynski for 2. 49-35. Separation now of 14 points for Cavalier here in this fourth quarter with 4:39 to play. Trying to avenge 2 earlier season losses in the regular season. Greenwald going up and is fouled. Greendahl is fouled by Cavalier. Foul call. Tag Coyer. It's his 3rd personal, 6 now on Cavalier by a 14-point lead. Greendahl to the line. It's good. Matthew Greendahl hits the first. He'll have another. It was a shooting foul. He was going to have 2 regardless. Second free throw is up off the back iron. And the rebound comes down to Thorlickson. In the backcourt, Cavalier will break. Raczynski's got it on the right side. Looking for a screen. Raczynski moves away, hands it off to Coyer. Coyer between the legs. Coyer crosses over, drives in, and now we're going to get a travel call on Cavalier. A 13-point lead for the Tornadoes. 49-36, and North Border will inbound. Cavalier turns it over now 8 times in the second half, 11 in the game. The freshman Cosley drives in, loses the handle. Good defense by Raczynski, and then we got a timeout call, I do believe. Yes, Raczynski got the steal, plus called a timeout, and we'll take it as well on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. 4:03 to play. Cavalier 49 and North Border 36 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Get your ticket for the Hatton Men's Club event being held Saturday, April 4th at the Hatton Community Center. Beginning at 6 p.m. with games and food, must be 21 years of age or older to attend. Get your ticket from a club member today. Learn more about the Hatton Men's Club on Facebook. Hatton Men's Club license number G-0841. The Hatton Men's Club is a proud supporter of the community and youth activities. Good luck to all participating in the tournament from the Hatton Men's Club.
We're back at the Betty. This North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball quarterfinal matchup. 2 more to go with Hillsboro, Central Valley, Drayton Valley, Edinburgh coming up. Then Grafton, Thompson still to come. 4 minutes to play in this one between rivals Cavalier and North Border. There's a jump stop inside. Cosley shot no good. Rebound to Coyer of the Cavalier Tornadoes. That's 15 rebounds for Coyer today. And Cavalier leads it 49-36 in the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. Cavalier basketball. Klucci sends it left side to Raczynski. Raczynski to Clem. Clem, Coyer. Left side to Klucci. Back up top, Raczynski with a right-hand dribble. And there's 8 on the shot clock. Raczynski drives in, loses the handle, gets it back. Shot no good. And it's rebounded, and it looks like it was off of North Border, but they're saying last touch by Cavalier. They're the officials. And it'll be North Border basketball. Eagles bring it across midcourt. Cosley with it. Down by 13. The North Border Eagles need to get some balls in the bucket. Driving in, shot up. Greendahl, no good. And the rebound down to Coyer again. He's been a beast with 16 rebounds in the ball game to go along with 4 points. He's been held well under his season average for points scored, but his rebounds have been through the roof. Inside, Cavalier turns the basketball over, but then North Border lost it out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Tornadoes. Was going to be an exchange of possession, but the Eagles couldn't hold on to it. We'll see a substitution for North Border. Cosley exits. And a substitution here for the North Border Eagles. They'll bring in number 10. That's Russell Thompson, a 5'11 senior on the floor here. His senior season for North Border. Driving in is Raczynski. We'll get a foul call. Foul is going to be tagged to North Border. And it's going to be on Jaden Lee. 3 fouls on Jaden, and that's double figures. No, check that. 9 fouls. Beg your pardon, on North Border. Free throw up and good for Colton Raczynski. Raczynski double figures with 12 here in the ball game. Second free throw upcoming. This one rolls in good. And Cavalier adds to their lead. Now 51-36. A 15-point advantage for the Tornadoes. Lead that's going to be very difficult for North Border to overcome. Can they do so with 2.5 to play? The Eagles driving in. Shot no. Driving into the baseline. Jaden Lee is fouled by Cavalier. And we'll have some free throw attempts. Of course, following the game, we'll have a post-game recap before we swing into pregame coverage for Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Drayton Valley, Edinburgh in the third quarterfinal here in this Region 2 tournament. YourLiveEvent.com. Free throw up and good for Jaden Lee. Lee averages 13 points per game, and he's right there. He's got 12. Chance to get to 13 with this one. Yes, he connects, making them both. 51-38. The lead is back to 13 for Cavalier. The push. North Border putting some pressure. Brayden Clem up top to Raczynski. Trying to control tempo. Cavalier stretches it outside the arc. Raczynski. 3-point look. It's just off the mark by Clucci. The rebound is down to Greendahl. North Border going to try to push in the backcourt. Nearly lost it. And now trapped. Great defense by Cavalier. Great defense by Cavalier. North Border will now inbound. In their backcourt, 25 on the shot clock. Greendahl will bring it across midcourt on the dribble with the right hand. Now to Jaden Lee. Lee, right side to Johnson. 3-pointer, yes! Jacob Johnson. And that cuts the lead to 10. 51-41. A 10-point lead for Cavalier. North Border is going to need to foul. Final minute 40 to play. Cavalier trying to drive and a reach-in foul called here on North Border. Foul is on North Border, and it's on 11, Jaden Lee. That's number 4. And what, the 10th now on North Border. So double here. We've got double bonus now on the Eagles, so Cavalier gets a couple of free throws, and the first one falls for Raczynski. North Border doing some subbing, including their all-time leading scorer, Matthew Greendahl, checking out for what likely will be the final time. Along with 10, Russell Thompson. 22, Jacob Johnson. Free throw falls. Raczynski makes 1 of 2. 52-41. Cavalier leading North Border, and we're going to get a foul on Logan Updahl. First and now 11 fouls, is Mark Forseth, executive producer of YourLiveEvent.com, just checking in. To the broadcast booth high atop the Betty Inglestead Sioux Center in Grand Forks. Minute 29 to play. The lead is 11. And Cavaliers got more free throws coming. And attempting those free throws will be Brody Clucci, who's had a very nice day here today for the Cavalier Tornadoes. 15, make it 16. He averages 14 a game. As we'll see, Colby Thorlickson check out for Cavalier. Getting a moment to be recognized. Both free throws in for Clucci. In the ball game for Cavalier is Isaiah Latexier, checking in as a senior. Cosley up the floor, left side, works it to Kyler Moore for North Border. Final minute 20 in this quarterfinal matchup. Looking, stepping back, no three. With the basketball, Jaden Lee works it in, turning around, Loopdahl, shot good. Logan, Loopdahl for two. 54-43, the lead got to as many as 15. Cavalier Tornadoes can smell victory, and 2 more games on the season. The winner here tonight, of course, gets Hatton Northwood, who was victorious in the quarterfinal round over Griggs County Central. And Cavalier looks to be the team. What a silky, smooth, nifty move from Brody Clucci up and underneath for 2. 56-43. Thanks to all who are tuning in this one between Cavalier and North Border, a large audience. We appreciate it. Driving in layup is no good for Jackson Johnson, and the rebound comes down. No good here. Final 20 seconds as a rebound to the hands of Andre Coyer. You can hear the crowd from Cavalier extending their season to the semifinals. They'll walk off the final 5 seconds. And on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard, it's Cavalier 56, North Border 43. The Eagles season will come to a close with a 16-6 record. Meanwhile, Cavalier has some matchups to go. They'll be taking on Hatton Northwood tomorrow night in the semifinals here at the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center, in a game you'll be able to catch right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Cavalier now 15-8. North Border drops to 16-6, and their season will come to a close. Cavalier 56 and North Border 43 on YourLiveEvent.com. The post-game report is on the way.
It takes a lot of grit to be a farmer. The workday isn't defined by the number of hours you work, but by the work you do in those hours. And the job isn't done unless it pays off when the combines roll. So when the work gets tough and the work days get long, count on Golden Harvest to deliver strong genetics, local know-how, and a dedication to service. Contact Tim Cassette, your local seed advisor, at 701-430-0877 and start seeing your hard work pay off.
Rural life isn't for everyone, but those who know it and love it wouldn't have it any other way. As a farmer-owned cooperative, Ag Country Farm Credit Services supports rural communities in agriculture with reliable, consistent credit financial services, which helps farmers produce more affordable food and encourages long-term investments in rural communities. Ag Country Farm Credit Services, proud to support the communities where we live and work.
People depend on a healthy food supply always being there. We take great pride in what we've built here, and we want to pass that on.
Running a family farm isn't easy. We can't control the weather, ever-changing farm policies, and up and down farm prices, but we manage to keep going to provide the safest food supply we can.
To be a farmer, you have to be committed, and it isn't so much a choice as it is a calling.
Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises. Precision Planning spent the 2019 growing season looking at how technology, agronomy, and equipment can all be used to maximize profit on farms like yours. Those results are now being shared with growers across the country in a climate-controlled mobile classroom, the PTI. This PTI trailer will be in Hillsboro March 16th and in Drayton March 17th. Come spend the morning with RDK Enterprises. Register at planterdoc.com.
And it's time for the post-game report. Today, yourliveevent.com from the North Dakota Region 2 Boys Basketball Quarterfinals. Our post-game sponsor is Nilson Brand Law, a full-service law firm with offices in Fargo and Mayville, North Dakota, and a focus on building the communities they serve. It's a new firm committed to working hard for its clients and being unafraid of what life throws at them. Life can be overwhelming, but finding a lawyer you can trust doesn't have to be. Call Nilson Brand Law today, 701-786-6040. On the post-game report from Nilson Brand Law, it's time for the game summary from Pacific Ag, helping growers reduce costs, improve crop emergence and yield, and increase revenue per acre. Contact Pacific Ag, 218-790-4494. Quarterfinals, North Dakota Region 2 Boys Basketball. The second game of the quarterfinals go the way of number 5 seed, Cavalier. The Tornadoes have won 7 consecutive games. They came in losers to North Border twice during the regular season, and in the quarterfinals of the region, they got off to a good start, taking the lead with about midway point of the first quarter, and never looking back, the lead stretched all the way to 15 points in the ball game. As Cavalier relied on some very good rebounding, the edge became a little bit more close than it was earlier on, but Andre Coyer had 17 rebounds himself, and they took away a lot of second chances for North Border here today. Cavalier was led by the 19 points of Brody Klucci, who had 12 in the second half, and 14 from Colton Raczynski to help push the Tornadoes to a 15-8 record and now have won 7 consecutive games. Meanwhile, for the North Border Eagles, they were led by the 14 of Matthew Greendahl, the all-time leading scorer for North Border Eagle basketball, who also ended the game with 8 rebounds, 13 for Jaden Lee, the other double-figure scorer for the North Border Eagles. First half turnovers was a big difference there, too. North Border turned it over 8 times in the first half, Cavalier just 3. And that helped them to a lead of 10 points at half, 26-16. And the final, winners, 56-43 over North Border. Cavalier will take on Hatton Northwood on Tuesday night in the semifinals. Hatton Northwood earlier was winners 62-43 over Griggs County Central in the quarterfinals here of Region 2 Boys Basketball. That's the game summary, presented to you by Pacific Ag. Visit with Pacific Ag as they'll help growers reduce costs, improve crop emergence and yield, and increase revenue per acre. 218-790-4444. Pacific Ag. We'll take a break on yourliveevent.com with more of our post-game report from our friends at Nilson Brand Law after this.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
To say that everyone in the farming community would like to put the 2019 planting and growing season behind them is an understatement. Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance, and this was one of those years that you found out what your crop insurance agent was made of. Were you satisfied? All of us at Irie Insurance feel your pain and know your challenges. That's why we would love to sit down with each and every farmer for an annual policy review. We now know how bad it can get, so let's make sure you have someone working in your corner to protect your farm's equity. To find an Irie Insurance agent near you, go to IrieInsurance.com.
This is Sydney Brecken, student athlete at Hillsborough High School, and I urge students to refrain from using drugs or alcohol. Doing so can result in getting kicked off the team, damage your reputation, and damage your body. Stay sober and stay on the right track to success. Live above the influence. This message is brought to you by the Hillsborough School District.
We're back here on yourliveevent.com with our post-game report, which is brought to you by Nielsen Brand Law, 701-786-6040. It was a final score, Cavalier 56-43 over North Border in North Dakota Region 2 boys basketball quarterfinal play. It's time to name our Halstead Telephone Company post-game play of the game, the post-game connection from Halstead Telephone. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone Company. It's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. And the connection, I thought, was the connection in rebounding. Andre Coyer, senior, who averaged 10 rebounds per game for Cavalier. He comes up with 17 today. That was a huge moment for the senior, who averaged 18 points per game, but he only came up with 3 from that standpoint. The connection here today was his role, and that was in rebounding the basketball for the Cavalier Tornadoes in their victory by a final score 56-43 over North Border. Cavalier moves to 15-8, 7-game win streak. North Border's season ends 16-6. That's your post-game connection player of the game from Halstead Telephone Company. They are how to connect, halsteadtel.com. This is the post-game report from Nielsen Brand Law, 701-786-6040 on yourliveevent.com. We'll back to the Betty in Grand Forks. We'll wrap it up with our precision player of the game from RDK Enterprises and the final numbers before getting to the next 2 quarterfinals here tonight from the Betty in Grand Forks. yourliveevent.com.
With pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training, it's time to think spring planning with Hillsborough Lumber. Your plans are never too big, never too small for Hillsborough Lumber to assist you, from additions or remodeling, new homes, pole barns, farm sheds, garage, decks, new flooring, doors, kitchen cabinets. Call 701-636-4301 or stop into Hillsborough Lumber. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Free estimates, free drafting services, and free delivery from Hillsborough Lumber.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The post-game report is from Nielsen Brand Law, a new firm committed to working hard for its clients and being unafraid of what life throws at them. 701-786-6040. And hey, RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough, North Dakota. PlanterDoc.com with our precision player of the game. And I want to talk about the precision player in this one. I, don't want to go away too much from Cavalier in this case, and I want to go to Brody Clucci. He had a couple of huge three-pointers in the third quarter, which was precisely what the Tornadoes needed at that time in the ball game. And Brody Clucci will be our precision player of the game from RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough, North Dakota. And online, check him out at PlanterDoc.com. Clucci ended the game with 19 points. He had 12 in the second half to help lead Cavalier to a 7-game win streak and a victory over North Border, a 5-seed over the 4-seed in this North Dakota Region 2 quarterfinals. Let's run down the final numbers here in this one from the Nielsen Brand Law post-game report at the Betty in Grand Forks. For the North Border Eagles, their season ends at 16-6, and they graduate seniors Russell Thompson, Jacob Johnson, Matthew Greendahl. 13 points, 3 rebounds for Jaden Lee, 14 points, 8 rebounds for the all-time leading scorer in North Border history, Matthew Greendahl. 2 points for Logan Nupdahl, 6 for Jacob Johnson, 1 for Jackson Johnson, he had 9 rebounds, and 3 points for Trenton Cosley. 27 rebounds, 13 turnovers, 8 of 7 from the free throw line were the North Border Eagles. The Cavalier Tornadoes' 7-game win streak are now 15-8. Will take on Hatton Northwood, who was winners earlier today over the Griggs County Central Cougars. Cavalier Tornadoes, 19 points, 9 rebounds for Brody Clucci, 14 points and a board for Colton Ratrinsky, 9 for Braden Clem. 8.7 boards for Colby Thorlickson, 3 points, 17 rebounds for Andre Coyer, 2 points for Bryson Clem. 10 for 17 from the line for Cavalier, 30 rebounds, and a total of 12 turnovers. The Cavalier Tornadoes season is continuing, as mentioned. They will be taking on at Northwood in the matchup tomorrow in the semifinals. Coming up next, it's Hillsborough Central Valley taking on the Drayton Valley Edinburgh Titans. It is Burrows and the Titans, North Dakota Region 2 quarterfinals. For the fine folks here at YourLiveEvent.com, my name is Kevin Kochman, along with Brady Siebels, Keith Meyer, and executive producer Mark Forseth. Stick around, more to come from the Betty on YourLiveEvent.com.